Blackie Fitzpatrick starts. Blackie Fitzpatrick starts now. Okay. Hello. 12:30 in Vienna, and today I'm going to have a different tune. It's going to be, and I really enjoyed JB's show, and I think I really enjoyed having a long sleep last night. And thanks for anybody who watched my second show. I was a little bit emotional. I wasn't acting like Shep was, but yeah, I was a little bit. I pulled a Shep, and I had a JB fucking meltdown. But I'm over that. I had a good sleep. I'm in a good mood, and we all say prayers, and so we're all slowly healing. So I don't really want this show to be about that. So I have a couple ideas in my head, but this is the part where everybody says hello to each other. And so let's see who's slowly showing up into the room. I got a good crowd already. I just looked at the numbers. Whoa. Welcome, everybody. It's good. And all my favorites. No, I got a good rest. I really did. And I slept long. And it wasn't like waking up with nightmares or anything. I think I let it out last night. I really, I let it out. And I screamed. Luckily, the neighbors are foreigners, so they're not going to call the police. I let it all out last night. I let out a lot of emotion. My girlfriend was cool with it. She was like, hey. She says, I get it. Now it's gone. Let's move forward. So today is another day. I named the show the day after. If anybody saw the movie The Day After, I think they made us watch this in, it's kind of the same subject, but I'm slowly trying to move away from it. They made us watch this movie in the 80s. I think it was on NBC. I was a teenager, and they made us watch this movie called The Day After. And it was the day after America gets bombed by Russia. And they painted this picture for us to watch. And, nowadays it's, okay, I don't think that movie doesn't work anymore because the Cold War was cold. So it never really got hot, which means it was never really a war. But I don't even want to talk about the relationship between Russia and America. I'm not that political. This is an entertainment show. Of course I know, but and everybody here knows it anyway, so I don't have to fucking talk about it. This is the part I like. Say hi. Wow, I've been on for 3 minutes. It feels like an hour. Now, I'm in a good mood today. I am in a good mood today, and I want to stay that way. And I'm opening up the red early, so you guys missed the cork. But yes, I'm drinking the Cabernet. I'm in a fucking good mood. Today I feel like Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo. No more tears. I got them out yesterday. And there's a new president in South Africa. Good. That's the only other story that I heard today. It's like, okay. I just saw that on Brett Bear. I was talking with Isabel about the exciting news, which is where I'm waiting for everybody to really come in. Everybody knows what my big story is. And don't fool it for anybody else who doesn't know. And I'll say your names in a second. I'm rolling a cigarette here. But I know JB did a great show. We're shifting. Hey. Oh, okay. Yep. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow is today. And today is the day after. And Russia and America are best friends. That's what we learned from what happened yesterday. Is that, yeah. So, that's funny because, and I don't even know. I hope JB comes on. It'd be nice to see JB. So I could have a verification on the Blackie Fitzpatrick show. But everybody here knows it already. But that was a good chat. That was funny. I think he might come actually. And of course, he's welcome. I don't think Heather's coming though. It would be great, but I don't see that happening. JB, yeah, he'll be here. No, I mean, I probably should just shift straight to that story, but that will be a really cool live stream. JB and Blackie Fitzpatrick live in Vienna. Fucking hey, man. I know we have a small family and stuff. JB's in the house, yeah. I was trying to wait until fucking 1 o'clock in the morning to tell the story, but JB says he's seriously thinking about buying a ticket across the pond. And he said he never danced across the pond before. Yeah. Drink screwdrivers, right? Double absolute, a little bit of orange juice on the rocks. You get two of those guys, and you're gonna fall asleep. Everything's gonna be fine. Just do them really fast. That's 4 American shots of fuck. I'm speaking to anybody from England. American shots are pretty fucking big. You take 2 airplane doubles per drink and have 2 of those. You're fucking yeah, and it's gonna cost two grand. Now you're gonna have to have a little bit of money. I mean, the ticket will probably be. It's all about the hidden cost. The ticket will be, I don't know, $700-800, something like that. But it's, if you have to take a taxi, if you have to park your car at the airport or whatever the fuck, right? All the hidden costs. Eating out, that's the big one. Eating out, all that other stuff is going to cost you more. And if we drive Isabella crazy, that means you got to get a hotel room. But there's cheap ones around here, $30-40 a night. So you get your own pad, and obviously I'll show you Vienna. It's going to be a funny tour. If we could film this shit, I think Isabel, she doesn't want to be the co-star for the whole thing. But you and me, buddy, we fucking walk around Vienna. I'll show you some cool shit. The best goulash in Vienna. I'll take you to that joint. It's also a nice pickup joint. So yeah. You might get to meet some girls here. I'm not talking strip joints. And then they'll love the way you talk. And I like you making fun of my Boston accent, and that's fine, because I know my Boston accent's not super Boston. It's like some words turn on, some words I lost. And I think Tony got it right. Tony said something about I have traveler's English. I have a lot of traveler's English in me, and when I get drunk, my Boston comes out. When I wake up, I'm traveler's English. So I'm kind of fucked that way. I'm trying my best to keep my English. Heather says, I've never been out of the country. No, a lot of people haven't. I mean, and a lot of Europeans, they'll make comments about that, and they'll say, oh, Americans don't travel. America is 50 different countries. You have to understand, I'm living in Europe, big deal, right? It's a big word, Europe. But America has 50 countries. Massachusetts is not New Hampshire. I will tell you that right now. Okay? Massachusetts is not Rhode Island. I will tell you that right now. JB will know what I'm talking about. VT guy, if you're watching or watch this later, Massachusetts is not Vermont. Okay? I wish it was. We would have had Ben and Jerry's. I'm trying to be positive and not say the other one. But, Massachusetts has its own identity, and each country, okay, the accents changed a little bit, and the food is a little bit different. Everything changes a little bit. It's like being in a different country. So, Steph, my advice is come with JB. That'd be funny. Your husband will kill you. But no, it's not going to happen. So I don't see you coming, Steph. But it might be cool, actually. Maybe your husband's cool. You guys come together. Come with your husband, right? Get a hotel room. And we'll just do the show together. You, me, and JB. That'll be so cool, right? You get a hotel room with your husband. JB gets his own hotel room. We all hang out near me. We, we travel Vienna and see what happens. It'll be funny. No, but my advice for anybody who hasn't been to Europe, well, make sure you saw everything in America. Who has been to the Grand Canyon, like down in the Grand Canyon and slept overnight? Press 1. Who has not been down the Grand Canyon, slept overnight? Press 2. There's so much great stuff in America to see. There's so much great stuff. I mean, there's so much great stuff in America. It's huge. George says 4 times. Lucky you. It's not that easy to get down there and stay overnight. I got lucky. I pressed 1. King of King says he hasn't. Make it a goal. Sometimes you have to I think it's like 10 or 12-year waiting list just to stay in the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon, and I'm going to quote Joy, it absolutely rocks. I think there's a double pun in there. But and Haywood is talking about, okay, I've been in some pretty wide canyons. No comments. No, the Grand Canyon is, forget about watching the Brady Bunch, in that episode where they went to the rim. That was pretty cool. I can't remember. Did they sleep overnight? Maybe they did. But you got to put your name on a list and all that shit and get in there because they don't let that many people in there. The Grand Canyon is fucking gorgeous. As an American, you don't have to be a world fucking traveler. I mean, America, just going around the USA. I mean, make it to Hawaii. That's fucking really far. Or Alaska. That's really far. So, Henry says he's been to the Grand Canyon. Yeah, that was good. Now, the Grand Canyon is gorgeous. I mean, I think it's one of the world's wonders and all that stuff. It is. And when you get there, even the rim, even if you only go to the rim, it's pretty fucking cool. But if you actually spend the night there on the Colorado River, and you can hear it at night, and boy, you want to see stars? I don't think I ever saw so many stars in my life. The Grand Canyon is it's fucking, there was snow on top, you go down below, it's 80 degrees. That is a freak of nature. And we didn't take mules, we didn't take a helicopter, we walked. And, the Grand Canyon is fucking great, man. I put it in my book. Isabella bought my book the other day. She said I should talk about it. It actually just showed up. I'm trying to make sure that it works. She's like, do you really have a book? Because you're not making any money. And she's trying to be my book manager. And so I showed this, I don't know, on my other page before. But yeah, it's a real book if you want to hold something. I put the link there. You can buy it if you want it. But she just bought one, and it came in today. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. It still works. And it was printed in Poland. Who would have figured that? I wrote it in Florida, and it's printed in Poland. Well, in Amazon Europe, they printed in Poland, in Warsaw. Okay, cool. I like that. JB says, for me, spending 10 days in Europe will be the biggest event of my life. Correct! And yes, I stole it from you. Or we both took it from Spock. That was my joke before. There's nothing wrong with saying correct. I like the word correct. Haywood says printed in Poland with crayons. Haywood gets the joke of the night. That's the first time maybe laugh out loud. It is kind of like crayons. I mean, the print is quite large, but it's good. You don't have to wear your reading glasses with this book. No, I did that on purpose. Actually, I was trying to copy, not copy, but I was influenced by Henry Rollins. His first book, and he just wrote like this. It's a 3-hour read, and all it is true stories. It's nothing like, I'm not like being creative or anything. I'm just telling stories. No, JB can afford it. He said someone was talking about a GoFundMe page, and I know JB, you're like me a lot. I mean, if you're real conservative, it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, but the word conservative means you know how to save a little bit of money. So JB's got a job. When you have a job, when you're working in America, it's not that hard to save money. Unless you take lavish vacations to Europe all the time, or to the Grand Canyon or Alaska, take a cruise, go up to the North Pole. Okay, then you're going to be broke. So I'm pretty good at spending money too. I do like to travel. But when you're working and your boss tells you you have to work, it's just the way it is. So you work, and you make a lot of fucking money, and you save it unless you have expensive hobbies. But yeah, hey, it's funny. But the first time I went to what you said, JB, reminds me of what my mother told me. Uh, my first international trip. This is ahead of it too. My first international trip, and I put this story in my book, was a 21-year-old boy from Boston, moi, and I looked at I was working for Pan American Airways at Logan International Airport. But these stories are much better than what everybody else is talking about today. And I'm a 21-year-old boy, and I thought, I got free tickets for Pan American Airways, which obviously everybody knows, I think everybody knows, was one of the biggest airlines, one of the first airlines. And so I got free tickets to fly anywhere in the world. So I pulled out the world map, and I closed my eyes and looked behind myself, and I put my finger down. Guess where I landed? I'm a man of my word. I put my finger on Kenya. So my first trip, and I thought it would be interesting, and it was. I thought my first trip was to fly to Nairobi in January 1990. No, it was very, very interesting. 21 years old. I like that one. I went there by myself, and well, I had one contact, but she wasn't at the airport. I thought, this is strange. She was studying at a friend from Massachusetts, and she was studying at the University of Kenya, or whatever it's called, in Nairobi. She was studying there, and I said, hey, where's Alice? And they were like, Alice went on safari 5 days ago. And I'm like, when does the safari finish? And they were like, we don't know. I'm like, oh shit. So they were like, sorry, dude. And so I had my taxi driver from the airport, and so I stayed in a hotel. Went back. My taxi driver was like, why don't you try the next day? So I came back the next day. The whole university was empty, and everybody was still on safari. I don't even know whatever happened to her. I never talked to her ever again. This is weird. But then I realized, okay, I'm alone in Africa. What the fuck do I do? Yeah, I didn't die, did I? Okay, another Tony always likes to do the rosy stuff. I haven't been watching anything for a second there. I'm like ranting. And Isabella is in a good mood today, and we rolled a spliff before the show. So it's actually hash, some nice hash. Actually, I like it because you get stoned, but you don't feel like fucked up. But I'm a little bit in chill out mode. I should say that. No, Kang, you're taller than me. I'm 6'2". You said you're like 6'5" or something. Like you're my brother's height. My younger brother is taller than me. I'll say it that way. My older sister is shorter than me. J-Dog's in the house. No, I haven't been reading like anything at all here. I usually say for the first 15 minutes I don't want to read anything. But I'm trying to go back. Trumpet is here, Heather's here, Hayward's here, Rifle's here, Kang, Joy. Of course, Tony. Always talking about Rosie O'Donnell. I love Tony. You're hilarious. Now everybody's in the house. Yo. It's good. This is the Blackie Fitzpatrick show. I'm going to try to say something important in 11 minutes. JB says, pray for Florida shooting victims. Have already done it and continue to everybody. Yeah. But I'm trying to like be a digression. I'm talking about the Grand Canyon. I'm talking about JB's coming to Vienna. You got to be shitting me. He never even fucking had the balls enough to use his passport. You have to get across the Atlantic Ocean. You need a passport. And trying to get a direct Boston to Vienna flight is going to be tricky. You're probably going to have to go to some other place. Either New York or fucking, they might send you to fucking Atlanta or some bullshit. That's like the biggest hub. Anybody been to Atlanta airport, press 1. The airport is huge. It's the biggest airport in the world, at least the biggest one in America. You might be going to Atlanta or New York. Coca-Cola and CNN, they made Atlanta this huge-ass fucking place. Yeah, Trumpet knows. Atlanta airport is huge. It's a joke. Kanga knows it. Everybody seems to go through Atlanta now. I'm like, damn. Have you been to Atlanta? Yeah, the fucking airport, and that's it. It's like I'm trying to get out of here. What am I doing in Georgia? No offense if you're from Georgia. I've driven through Georgia. I've flown in and out of Georgia, but I never really spent time in Georgia, so I should. I don't really have. I'm not trying to make a comment. Trumpet says passport pretty easy to get. Correct. Joy says it will take 3 months. Correct. Tony, will he clear? That was a question. I don't know. I don't. Yes, he will clear. Correct. No, that you didn't ask yes or no, but I'm going to say correct to Tony. Bia says every flight from my area goes to Atlanta. Correct. No, Atlanta is like, damn, it's fucking so big. Okay, news alert. I am now going to send a text message. I got a text message from my daughter, which of course we love. And I'm not going to say what she said to me, but I'm going to write back to her. But that's nice. I like that. We like that. I was watching my daughter earlier today. She was at my mother's house, and one of the neighbor girls came over. And I love watching two girls play. They're just like chickens with their heads cut off. They're just running around like crazy. I'm like, damn. And I get to watch that stuff, and I think, damn, that's so much fun. Joy's talking about O'Hare. I've never been to O'Hare. I do not know that airport. But fucking Atlanta, give me a break, man. It's huge. I know it's the biggest airport in America. I know that part. I mean, Boston's pretty big. New York is pretty big. O'Hare's pretty big. But Atlanta, it's like a brand new airport or something. I don't know. Jimmy Carter started building. I have no idea what. No, it's CNN and Coca-Cola, right? That's what Atlanta's all about. So CNN, Coca-Cola, and the airport's fucking huge. Now everybody's going through there instead of other places. Okay. I'm multitasking here. My daughter's texting me and stuff. But no, I'm gonna stay on for the show. Joyce says O'Hare is fun. Okay, no, cool. I think all airports are fun, to be honest with you. I like even when I landed in Nairobi. It was the first time I've been to an airport that had no walls. I thought that's interesting. I'm like, wow. So the airport has no walls. Okay. Which means no air conditioning, which means I'm in Africa and it's fucking hot. Kanga says, Heather, I spent a night in O'Hare in 1972 in the USO. I'm guessing I hope you had good accommodations. It sounds like you slept on a chair or on the floor. I slept in Boston, Logan. I've slept in Boston like many times. I slept in Nairobi trying to come back. The plane got canceled. Of course it did. Why? Because I'm in Africa. Things don't run on time and all that shit. Yeah, Steph, correct. I like airports, especially the bars. Me too. I love them, I love them, I love them. It's funny, the last time I went to an airport bar was with my daughter, and it was a no-smoking bar, right? You're in an airport, right? No smoking. And I brought my daughter in, and they were like, no kids allowed. I'm like, why no kids allowed? I said, there's no smoking here. She's like, it's a bar. And I'm like, yeah, it's an airport bar. I love airport bars, but except for that part, they don't let kids in. They're like, keep the kid outside. And I'm like, I was trying to get a beer. And and a water for my daughter. And they're like, no kids allowed. Huh? They were polite. I mean, they weren't rude or anything like that, but they were just like telling me the rules. And I was like, oh, okay. No, but otherwise, I like airport bars. Usually I'm traveling by myself in an airport bar, ordering a beer and a single malt and a glass of water, and I'm getting used to the idea of traveling again back to America because my wife left me. I get three ex-wives, and every time I was always by myself coming back, and I'm like, oh well, beer, whiskey, water, airplane screwdriver, orange juice and vodka, water. Maybe try to eat some airplane food. I always try to eat. I love the airplane food. It's fucking great. You know it's gonna be shit. So it's like, oh well. Oh yeah. Also the peanuts. Georgia peanuts. Peanuts Carter. That's what my mom and dad used to say. They hated Jimmy Carter. Peanuts Carter, they called him. I got in trouble at school because I drew a picture of a peanut and I wrote, our president. I was like, I don't know, 10 years old. I got in trouble for that one. Peanuts Carter. I don't know. Was Jimmy Carter good or bad? I don't think JB's still here. Was Jimmy Carter good or bad? Was he a good president or a bad president? Because I was a kid. I don't know. Maybe some people are older than me. Maybe some people are younger and more intelligent than me. Because Jimmy Carter only lasted for 4 years. He's not part of the Illuminati, I don't think. I don't know what the fuck. I was a kid. So I hadn't like researched, what his policies were and all that stuff. If Jimmy Carter was good, press 1. If Jimmy Carter's bad, press 2. If you don't really know like me, press 3. But I have people come up to me and they're like, oh, Jimmy Carter was fucking great. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I should research that. I never did. And I have people come up to me and say, oh, Jimmy Carter's fucking is an asshole. And I think to myself, I'll have to do more research. Yeah, you're like me, Heather. Heather says 3. I don't fucking know. But some people think he's great. He was our president for 4 years. And as JB was saying, whether you like Trump or not, he is our duly elected president. And my parents brought me up to, make fun of Jimmy Carter. King of Kings says, I've been on Jimmy Carter Boulevard in Atlanta. I believe you. No, I heard stories that after he was a president, that Jimmy Carter was supposed to clean up Atlanta, and there was a lot of homeless problem, and it looks like they cleaned it up, and Coca-Cola and CNN are there, and now they have the biggest airport. Today's subject is Atlanta. The day after, now we moved up from one state, from Florida. Now we're talking about Georgia. I love this. This show is great. This show is great. Tony is correct. He says never eat recycled peanuts. Correct. If you have to recycle them in the first place, you should have never eaten the peanuts in the first place. Yeah, never eat recycled peanuts. Correct. Beer got it. No, that's a good one. There's a lot of jokes in that one. I like double jokes, triple jokes, sarcastic. Flip them over on the backside, 4 jokes, and all that stuff. We like the classy jokes here at the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. Funny jokes like never eat recycled peanuts. Most people won't even understand what the fuck that means. They'll just go, somebody did a typo because they printed it wrong. King and Kang is clarifying though. He says recycled toilet paper is an interesting thought. Correct. That's what we use here in Vienna. The most popular ones are the recycled toilet paper. Excuse me, it's not recycled toilet paper. It's paper made out of toilet paper made out of recycled paper. And it could be that. Probably is. I don't know. Ever drink the water in London? Whatever. Ever drink the water in Florida? Beer has. Steph has. Hey, fuck with the water. Why not use recycled toilet paper? What's the difference? I like to drink bottled water or whatever, filtered water in Florida. I run it through a filter or buy it from Publix in the filter thing there. It's quite cheap. It's affordable, I'll say that. Stephanie says, and United actually in the old days, I don't know what they are now, but United was always a good airline too. If you had a job, Pan Am and United paid the most. We'll never forget drinking lots of martinis on a plane at the United Airlines stewardess, and the United Airlines stewardess delivered me to my mom's doorstep. I was 20 something. That's cool. No, United's a good one. It took care of your ass. 20 something. Good. No, hey, look, I work for Pan Am. We had a few cunts there, but most of the people there are good people. JB has a news alert. Poop to mouth disease. Well, it's not really an alert. I guess it's a poop to mouth disease. I know what you mean. Heather's saying, I don't like Florida tap water. I refilled a 5-gallon, yeah, like me, when I was there. I refilled a 5-gallon water bottle filter, water bottle filter water, yeah. I think you used water too many times in that sentence. That was a joke. Everybody likes to make fun of it. I used to be an English teacher. I don't do it anymore, but it's still part of me. No, the water is shit in Florida. Yeah. It's because there's no water table. There's salt water everywhere. It has to be purified, and they don't do a good job of purifying the water, do they? And there's 3 different types of water in Florida, okay? And there's a lot of jokes that I can say right now. The first one is the one they use to, like, when the sprinkler systems come on at night. You have to be really from Florida to understand this. When the water sprinklers come on at night, there's this smell of sulfur. Damn, that stinks. That's the real bad stuff. I don't know the real name. Somebody'd have to clarify it. I forgot the name. But that stuff is, I mean, it smells. You can't drink that stuff. And then there's the other stuff, which is what you use to take a shower. That's level 2 of water in Florida. And that stuff smells like sulfur as well, but not as bad. And when you drink it, you get a scratchy voice. Just ask beer, okay? Then you get a scratchy voice. That's the level 2. That's the stuff you take a shower with. You flush your toilet with. And it is definitely almost borderline second world. It is borderline second world. And then the third type of water you drink in Florida is it's a type of filtered water or whatever, or a bottle of water. So you got to pay for good water. Yeah, beer's saying sulfur. Yeah, no. And then I'm gonna press start. Okay, sorry about that, guys. That was it. I got a message that said OBS fucked up. No, I didn't get a phone call. I don't have a phone. It's funny, I don't have a phone. I don't like phones. Okay, now I am checking something. This is private. I'm gonna say I'm doing texting party with my daughter. And I don't want to give away too much of this stuff. But I'm going to multitask. No, with JB sometimes, because he's on the iPhone, I'm on this is my laptop, whatever you call it. I'm using an old Windows 7 system. And it seems to work, so I'm happy. But every once in a while, weird shit happens. You have to restart it and all that crap. Who cares? Yeah, Tony says YouTube fucking with us again. Correct. Kangas says throw Blackie a lifeline. That's cute. Stephanie says a word I can barely even say. Desalination plants should be a #1 priority for world survival. I never graduated from college. I don't understand what that means. Beer says, damn it, YouTube. No, I know what you mean, Stephanie. I'm making a joke. Kanga says, I bought this laptop new in 2010 with Windows 7 and it still works great. Correct. Look, this motherfucker is not broken. I ain't not fixing it, and I'm not touching anything, and it works. And if it doesn't, I have to press refresh or something once in a while. and check the modem, I'm on Wi-Fi right now, so I'm doing a Wi-Fi thing to Isabella's computer, and when it works, it works. So it's fucking great. So it's fucking great. Whenever I get messages that say, "Do you want to have a new update?" Sometimes I think, "Do I really need to have one?" It's like it's working fine. Why do they send me updates all that every week? They tell me update it, update it, update it. I'm like, it's working. If it doesn't work, then I'll press the update button, right? It's like, oh shit, it is going slow. Maybe I should try Norton virus or PC-Matic, and maybe I should. Or if it's working, which this one is, okay, 95% of the time it's fucking great. So I'm happy. That's a fucking A. I'm not even sure what my name is, but Toshiba I think is what I have too. Is it Toshiba? I fucking can't remember. It's some fancy name. No, I'm on a Hewlett. I'm on an HP. I'm on HP. Blah blah blah. Whatever. And it's an old piece. Oh, I don't want to say piece of shit because nice computer. I'm saying nice computer. I don't want to yell at my computer. It fucking works. So who gives a shit? And I had a buddy of mine. He said, dude, man, your camera's so fucking old. You look grainy. And I'm like, I don't care. What am I supposed to do? Then I have to put on makeup like Shep and everybody else. I'm glad the camera picture is shit. You can hear my voice, right? Okay, you hear my voice? Good. Kang and Kang says, cheapy but a goodie. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Whatever. Hey, if the car's working, fucking drive it until it fucking dies. Same thing with this computer. I don't have to buy a new one every year. I don't have enough money. But I don't have to buy one either because this shit works. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. My foot's broken, but it doesn't hurt that much. I can still walk. Don't fix it. It ain't really broken. If it was really broken, I probably couldn't walk. Correct. A Cobra says, no, we're playing with words. If it works, don't fix it. Correct. It's the same thing. It's like, hey man, this fucking shit works. Whatever. We don't have to worry about anything, do we? Okay, I'm playing. I'm still doing the tag game here. Okay, mission accomplished. No, so yesterday was a little bit scary, but I'm glad that I'm kind of digressing. Atlanta. Where else can we go? We talked about the Grand Canyon. We talked about Kenya. And JB coming to Vienna. It's totally fucking amazing. I know he's gonna come. JB is I take him as I think it's an expression, a man of his word. When he says he's gonna do something, he'll do it. He's crazy enough to do it. Is going to Europe crazy? No. Maybe. Some people are afraid to go over the ocean. My third wife, she was like, I can't go to Vienna. I was like, well, I work here as a music producer. I don't want to go to Vienna. That marriage didn't work. Why do you keep on talking about going to Vienna? I'm like, because I work there. You're from Boston. Stay in Florida and be a waiter. I'm not happy. We have tons of money. I'm not happy. And I'm being honest right now. That's the true story. Who cares? Boo-hoo. She couldn't get with the programs. Yeah, so maybe it is really hard for Americans to go see where they're really from, which is Europe. We're all from Europe, man. Unless you're a Native American Indian. We're all from Europe. Or an Asian, whatever. You're from someplace different. Our heritage, right? I mean, obviously my name Fitzpatrick, right? I'm showing a little bit here. So I'm Boston Irish. No, it's going to be funny with JB. I know it's going to be funny. It's going to be hilarious, actually. It's going to be hilarious. Okay, I said I was going to say something important. Guess what? I don't have anything to say. I'm just trying to talk about different things to change people's minds away from the day after story. And I thought that was my job today. I was like, I'm distracting myself. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Yeah, I'm a Patty. Acrobus of Patty. He was his American. You mean Massachusetts? Yeah. Adam for Crisis in the house. He says, hello, Blackie. Hello, back. We're talking about different places around the world. Places that are beautiful. Grand Canyon was the subject. A couple of people went there. If you haven't been to the Grand Canyon, try to do it before you die, okay? It's a really, really beautiful place on this planet. We're lucky to have, I'm lucky to have a friend from Arizona. He was like, he says, dude, man, I know a guy who's a waiter at the one and only restaurant in the Grand Canyon where all the rich people stay. Maybe Illuminati's. I don't know. I didn't talk to any of them. And he says, I had to sleep in a barn, okay? I was not in the Grand Canyon with luxury. I walked down, walked up. I got to stay one night. It was an amazing experience. And so we're talking about nice stories of around the world. If anybody wants to share a story about the Brazilian rainforest, that's great. Let's talk about that tonight. Not bad stories about Amazon.com and stealing all the paper from Brazil. And I didn't even get that joke. Amazon was like, everybody was like, oh, save the world, save the planet, and we're taking away all of the forests for our paper. Let's go digital. That whole phase was going on. That's interesting. And then the company that comes out and takes over the digital world is called Amazon. Guess what? Here's my book. Isabella just bought it. And it's made with paper, for people who like to hold things, in Poland. And probably they got the fucking paper, the trees from Brazil. It's just, I mean, it is ironic. And I'm not sure, now I'm getting into JB's conspiracy theory stuff. Amazon.com. And JB is too young to understand this story, but they told all of us that Brazil was going to hell because we were chopping down all their trees. And when I say we, I mean Europeans and Americans were like making the rainforest disappear. If that's true. I saw the videos they put on. I'm like, oh, that's too bad. So I fell for that one. And now Amazon.com is printing paper with my book. This is why I can't be like a global warming freak, because I love airplanes too much. I mean, what I heard, the global warming thing, and Al Gore, and that was his little bandstand. He took that ride, and he failed, but God bless him. But our vice president, we have to show respect, right? And he lost that one, and but it's like the biggest pollutant in the world, from what I was taught. Okay, I got green light again. That means take 3. We'll see what happens. For some reason, I've been bumped 2 times now today. Bumped. Now it's just green light. I got bumped twice. I think the chat room stayed open. No, JB says they're fucking with your stream, yo. It's funny. I got bumped twice. I never saw this one before. This is new. 2 times I get bumped? Huh. Something funny is happening. I don't know. All right, I'm going to go on. I'm going to stay my term here, okay? FBI, who fucked up with the fucking Florida shit. I don't want to start the rant. Thank you, whoever is fucking with my stream. That's great. I don't care. Do it. Turn it off again. How much time do you need to turn it off? I already got banned once, and now they're turning me off 2 times. Great. Like I'm really giving away national secrets, right? Here's a national secret. My uncle worked for the CIA. He's retired now. I asked him, what do you do for a living? He says, I can't tell you anything. So, I'm not giving any away secrets because even my uncle, my dad's brother, can't even tell me what he did for a living. And I know I talked about this before on my show, but yeah, I got a little close connection to the government and all that shit. And nobody's talking. Oh, that's funny. Nobody's talking. It's amazing how they can be, because I'm a blabbermouth. I'm as bad as JB. I'm a blabbermouth. I'll fucking say everything. I like telling the truth. The truth is, I learned this a long time ago. The truth is the easiest thing to remember. I'm not a fucking actor. Okay? I don't know how to act and tell lies and at least look semi-believable. Right now, oh, okay, I get to tell stories. They're all true. I'm not a fucking actor. Hi, my name is William Devane. The reason why you should buy silver is because you're a stupid fuck and you're believing this lie that I'm telling you. I like William Devane as an actor, but I don't believe him when he's on a commercial trying to sell silver. That's bullshit. So I'm not an actor. I know what an actor is. Like you can see it right away. It's like, oh, okay, that's a fucking liar. Haywood is confirming what I said, and I'll say it again because it is truth. It is very important. Truth is the easiest thing to remember. Is wise words. That's an opinion from Haywood, and I agree with you. Archie's in the house. Truth is the easiest thing to remember. Okay. Otherwise, if I'm making up a story and I'm not a really good actor, then I'm going to blink my eyes. Everybody knows this trick, right? I really have. That's a liar. That's the easy trick, right? There's a lot of other tricks too. To figure out who is lying. I know. I took a lie detector test. Oh, here's a good one. Whoever took a lie detector test, press 1. If you never took a lie detector test, press 2. Lie detector test, you have to take it with the police. It's official bullshit. I'm not talking about some stupid game at the mall. Okay? Ever had a real lie detector test? Press 1. If you never had a lie detector test, press 2. Oh, should I press 2? I did have one. Okay, Kanga Kang had one. Okay, Kanga, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? And everybody who pressed 2, you're lucky. Okay? They're no fun. You gotta go to fucking police. And I went there as an innocent man, and they asked me all these questions, which were really fucking gross. And I was sweating like a bastard. I mean, I was like sweating like a fucking pig. And the cop was like, I told him, I said, look, I said, I'm really nervous right now. He says, everybody is. He says, those are the ones who are telling the truth. And I did the thing, and at the end, he had all the, what, I don't know what the name is, but all these things were going up and down. I was like plugged up. You know, I think I had at least four devices on me, registering everything that I feel, and that made me feel nervous already. And then he asked me, hey, what's your first name? I said, Blackie. Well, everybody knows that's a lie. He said, what's your first name? I said, Alec. And he says, what's your last name? And blah, blah, blah. And he went to, where's your address? And then he would say, like, really weird stuff. Like, why do you drive a pink car? Right? I guess that's a common thing they say to guys. And I'm like, I don't drive a pink car. So that's how he started testing, the difference from when I'm lying and when I'm not lying. And when I finished it, I was like, how long before you figure out the test? He says, sorry, Blackie. He says, you're innocent, but it's going to cost you a lot of money to prove it. And it cost me $15,000. But I got a lie detector test. That was pretty cool. You're lucky if you haven't had one. They suck. I'm glad for everybody who pressed 2. They fucking suck. You feel like you're guilty with just walking in there. It's like, I have to do this? So that's why, JB, I understand what happened to you. It's like, I have to prove that I'm fucking I'm not a liar and I'm fucking normal. And I was making a flippant fucking comment, in your case, JB, talking about something that will never happen because Hillary will never get reelected. You were making a fucking joke. I got arrested for something different, but I wasn't flippant and I wasn't lying. But as a consequence, I had to prove my innocence. And, yeah, it's, I'm not dead yet. I'll say it that way. And I'm not in prison. And I feel bad because I did get a chance to see prison. And I feel bad for the people who were there because it really is like living in a hell. It is not a nice place to be. I only had a short time in prison in Florida, and it is ugly. And all the tough guys that you see who get arrested, they turn into fucking pussies, and everything is fucking. It is. Sometimes the movies they make it look a little bit different, but maybe I wasn't in there for a long time. Maybe after a while you get really hardened. But when we all first got thrown in there, everybody was like. And some people had been there before. It wasn't their first time. A lot of the people who were there need to be there. Those were criminals. And I don't think I saw anybody who was innocent. I was the only one who was innocent. So I had to get hard. And I was just like, okay, I got to get hard. I'm not going to say what I lied to the convicts inside, but I told them that I was a criminal. Ask my lawyer, and that's a JB joke now. Yeah, I got a criminal lawyer. That was pretty good. I have a criminal lawyer. And he proved me innocent. And it's not a good place to go to. So stay good, stay clean. Do be clean. No, I see the picture of that JB painted about what's going to happen. And I'm not going to say his name either or show his fucking picture. But that I will comment about what Isabella said. And a lot of people, even Megan's not here tonight, but Megan was talk. Maybe she'll watch it later. And a lot of people were saying the system fucked up. I'm pointing fingers at the FBI, number one. The system fucked up. That poor kid, and I'm not trying to give him any candy. The motherfucker's dead already. He's a dead man walking. He's in Florida. They have the death penalty. He's dead. So the poor kid. Nobody figured out the cries for help. Even the FBI was looking at it. And I'm sorry if you work for the FBI. My uncle worked for the CIA. But I don't know who's pulling anybody's puppet strings. But this is where I also smell something funny, and I go, why did they let this one through the cracks? They knew who he was. And this is where it all goes back to JB's conspiracy theories and all this stuff. There's something funny here. Everybody knew he was going to do this shit. They all knew it. And they reported him. And I saw the FBI talking, and some story about IP addresses being deleted or whatever. Give me a fucking break. I got a couple minutes here. I'm gonna leave it off on this. Okay. Here's what I know. I can talk about what I know, right? So, one day I'm driving my bicycle home in Florida, and I'm driving home. I just went to the store to buy cigarettes and some beer, right? Maybe a bottle of wine. And I'm driving home, and I look down on the side of the road, and I see this fancy brand new iPhone. This is a story from about, I don't know, 7 years ago, right? And I see this 7 years ago, and I see this iPhone fancy device thing, kind of like my tablet, where I'm communicating with my daughter right now, having a texting party. And I saw this iPhone thing, and I was like, oh, wow. So I brought it back to the house. And I said, damn. And I've seen this shit in London. Like, people find phones, right? So you want to try to do the right thing. So I think, well, what's the right thing to do right now? And I'm like, probably just, before calling the police, I thought, well, maybe I'll just write to one of their friends and say, And so I tried to, and then the phone was automatically locked or blocked or whatever it is that you want to call it. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, that idea didn't work. And I was like, shit. I said, well, I don't want to worry about it. I just bought a 6-pack of beers. So I started drinking. And I said, tomorrow I'll bring it to the police. It's a true story. And before tomorrow happened, literally minutes later, I'm sitting outside having my beer, right? Smoking my cigarette. And I see a police officer with 2 girls, and they're walking around on the other side of my apartment complex. And I could hear them. And they were like, the phone should be here. It should be in this area. The phone should be here. And I was like, they're talking about me. I'm the one who found the phone. So I went over to the cop. Nice guy. I went over to the Florida cop, and I said, hey, you guys looking for a phone? They were like, yep. And I said, I got it. They could, how do they do that, right? They found GPS, right? I know. They knew exactly where the phone was. They weren't, not exactly. They were close, though. They were fucking close enough. No, it was amazing. Oh, now Megan's here. Hi, babes. You caught me at the end. I'm not sure. JB, are we going on? Yeah. Okay, now I'm reading. Sorry, I stopped reading for a long time. Hi, Megan. We all love you. JB says, when Blackie Star is done, I'll go live. Okay, well, I always try to promise myself, and I'm in a good mood today. I'm gonna end it off on a positive note. We're trying to talk about everything but the day after. That's all I can say. And thank you guys so much. I love you all. God bless America. Make America great again. JB's going to go live right after me. And JB is coming to Vienna. Damn, I wish I could go on for another hour, but I'm not. Bye-bye. It's going to be so funny when I do this with JB. It's going to be hilarious. And yes, we'll do the nude beach show. We have to make sure we don't get in trouble for it, but it's going to be fun. Signing off from Vienna, Blackie Fitzpatrick show is over for tonight. I will see you tomorrow and every night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's funny. I don't think I ever would have believed that I would hear a song that uses in a number one hit song. It's always better than nothing. Kurt gets the quote of the night. Correct. It's always better than nothing. What a fool believes. See you at JB's and tomorrow night. Ciao from Vienna. Bye.